Hi there, this is Aaron. Today is the 10th of August, it's Saturday, and this is day 16 on the allotment. I've actually been here a little while. What I've done is I've taken the strimmer and I've given the grass a haircut again to try and make it look tidy. I'm going to turn the camera around now and we can take a look. We've got some grass beginning to grow back here in amongst my raspberry bushes. Cheeky, unfortunately, has been in the wars a little bit, and I don't know if you can see that, but he's now sort of got a bit of a dimple in his cheek. So maybe he was named quite well. I think it's distinctive, so he'll carry on guarding his cheeky fruit patch over there. Over here, now, Blue Star Dave has been absolutely correct, because since I've put the cloche over, the leaves have not been attacked. Now, there's one or two of them actually. I've got some brown leaves there. I don't know if you can see those. Some brown leaves that are forming, and it's the same with this one over here. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to cut those off because they don't look right. Yeah, I think they may have even grown since last week, so hopefully that has solved the problem, and we may have some greens there. Over this side, I think I know what I'm going to do with this now, but I'll talk about that, sort of as I'm doing it. Over here, all of my tomatoes have had to be tied up another good sort of 6-8 inches, 10 inches, some of them. So the tomatoes are going great guns in here. I've been giving them a seaweed feed as well, which they seem to really like and really enjoy. So, yeah, a feast fit for a tomato has been served up to them. The potatoes, now, some of them are starting, I just get the feeling that they're starting to not be pointing upwards quite so much. And, yeah, some of them, particularly these ones, are starting to point downwards. And so I am wondering if that means it's nearly time to pick them. I've got something that's a bit worrying over here that I hope isn't blight. If it is, then obviously I'll rip this up completely. But it doesn't seem to be doing any real harm, so I'm thinking it might just be sort of a bit of rust. It doesn't smell awful, and I know that blight is supposed to smell awful, so I'm just going to leave that as it is and see what happens there. Coming around this side, all of these potatoes are going great guns, all looking very healthy. Good bit of green in the leaves, nice colour. One of the really nice things today when I came over is, I don't know if you can see all the flowers on the tomatoes there. We had bees visiting and going left, right and centre on there, so that was rather lovely. And of course my other potato over here, he's doing really well as well. A fine specimen of a potato. And then when I look over there to my neighbour's plot and see their tomatoes, and actually my tomatoes are keeping pace, so hopefully we're going to do all right. It's actually getting towards the end of Saturday now, and I've actually got to run because we've got some friends coming over this evening. So I'm not going to show you what I've done, but what I am going to do is run these two videos in together. This was day 16. I'll see you tomorrow for day 17 in just 1 second. Welcome back to Sunday. It is now Sunday the 11th of August. Now, the first thing to see is that we have the new additional piece of kit. It's the beginning of the month, and that's when I tend to buy bits of kit to add to it. And so now we have our EcoMax composter. I was a bit surprised actually when this got here, because it is completely open underneath. It's sort of more like a big sort of inverted cup. I actually thought it would have a bottom to it. consequently, I'm going to need to, I think, look out for something flat, a square piece of chipboard, or possibly a couple of cupboard doors, so that I can set it so that it's flat on the ground, and so that I've created a total flat surface for it to sit on and go to work. So that's what I'm looking out for. It is, of course, naturally completely full, well, almost full already. Certainly won't be long before it is full. So I've still got to do something with this. Now, I'm not allowed, apparently, to have bonfires, and a lot of this is couch grass roots, and I certainly don't want to do anything with those because apparently they will just grow back. So what I need, I think, to do is to sort of bag these up over a long period of time. The suggestion is 2 years. So what I might do is sort of put all this into bags so that it's around the composter. So the composter is sort of like short-term nice things to compost, and the bags sort of gradually build up over 2 years until they completely decompose down. So I think I've got a bit of a clear-up job ahead of me there. Now, if I turn round, you see here on the ground there is an enormous piece of cardboard. This is the box that the composter came in, which is also enormous, and it's working pretty well to just cover up the ground. So I tried it in several places, but this is the best place for it. I've also been down to the local store and clearing out boxes at home, so I've got more cardboard. I did start to dig yesterday, and this is going to be where I put my tomatoes. As I say, I did start to dig. It's very clay down there. You can see, it's like the big bits of rubble. I'm going to break this up as best I can into soil, but it's not the best soil, and I think that would probably benefit from manure. Now, possibly that may be the reason why the raspberry canes didn't germinate, didn't sprout roots, and basically were a bit rubbish. I don't know. Having said that, we did have broad beans along here that did grow, all 2 of them, or 3 of them at one point. They, alas, didn't make it. So digging that over, and hopefully the tomatoes that I put in there, I can make that fertile enough so that they will want to grow. Maybe coming down with some kitchen scraps is a good idea, just to add more organic matter into that soil so it's not so sort of clay filled and horrible. Over here, now I did notice something yesterday, and if I come right in here, I don't know if you can see through there, there's a couple of tomatoes forming. So I've actually managed to grow a couple of tomatoes that are now ripening. This is very exciting for me. Being able to get anything out of the ground in the way of a crop this year, I've always looked upon as a bonus. Yes, I've been sort of giving every opportunity I can, but I've always suspected that what's actually going to happen is that I'll mess it up. This side, everything's looking very lush and green. I think the tomato feed that I put down has been really good for these, because they were a very deep green colour, not a lush green colour, sort of quite very dark green. Since I've been putting the tomato feed down, they've improved a lot, and the colour of the leaves are significantly better. Round here, yeah, other potatoes doing well. So that's been around the plot. As I did get here today, I did notice that the cloche that I've set up, and that's exactly how I found it, and it's not how I left it, so that's either the wind or that's something that's tried to get in. We'll see what happens there, but I might have to put the netting down. I do have some netting, and I've brought some tent pegs, mainly to sort of hammer in some pegs into the cardboard so it doesn't blow away. But I think also, you know, using the netting and the tent pegs to put around what I now think are cabbages. I don't think they are lettuces, I do think they are cabbages. Wouldn't be a bad idea. So that's what we're getting up to today. I'm going to carry on digging so that I can get some more things planted. So I will see you at the end, and we'll see how I got on. Cheers. Well, here we are at the end of the day. For the first time I'm noticing that the light is going, and I don't think it's just the cloud. So definitely coming to late summer now. We did quite a lot today. We've been here for quite some time. I think it's after 7 now. I don't know exactly. But let's turn the camera around and I'll show you everything that I did. Over here on Cheeky's soft fruit patch, I'm starting to wonder why there are no flowers. Everything else that's a raspberry has got flowers, and these haven't. So I'll need to look that up. But yep, still looking very healthy, still looking very green. And over here, all of my tomatoes, all of my potatoes are doing great. But the fun thing is over here. Now, given that something looked as if it had bashed its way through last night when I came, what I've done now is, instead of putting some kind of barricade up, is I've filled up cider bottles. Also used the cider bottles to fill them with water so that they weight down the cardboard, but also filling up the cider bottles so that they can weight down either side of the cloche, which hopefully means that nothing can get in now. Now, okay, there are a lot of cider bottles there, and I don't mean to suggest that myself and my wife drink an awful lot of cider. It's over lots and lots of months that we've acquired these. We're not actually alcoholics, even though we do like a drink now and again. What I've also done is, all along here, I've been doing the double digging, and I've taken most of the tomatoes that were in the containers and planted them in the ground. Now, these were starting to look quite sorry for themselves. I think it's a case of they will either perk up very, very quickly, or just as quickly will soon reach their demise. Either way, I'll know very, very quickly. Now, it was interesting because while I was digging this is the bed that I dug first time, just with a shovel, but it was easier going through it than it has been going through the ground that isn't dug. There were fewer couch grass and bindweed roots in there, and I managed to get it done. So I'm feeling quite good about managing to get that done. If I step back now on this side, that certainly looks as if I've got an allotment that's being worked, and an allotment that hopefully is going to produce something. So yes, what I've got to do is I've got to do some weeding next weekend. I also want to get this third bed dug, which I started and then didn't do any more. I'm full of inspiration, I've been inspired since getting the bed for the tomatoes dug. So that was day 16 and day 17 on the allotment. I do feel as if I'm on top of things. I do feel as if I'm getting things done. So I'm having lots of fun. I may even get some tomatoes soon. I will see you next time when it will be day 18 on the allotment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.